Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. It's wonderful to have you here. We're about to start our blind playthrough of the return of the Obra Dinn. Very exciting times here on the Obra Dinn. So much drama, so much going on, so many stories to be told, to be sniffed out, to be unthreaded, to be picked apart and sewn back together with our little ship journey sewing kit that we keep in our pockets, I suppose, just to stretch the metaphor, far too far. Also, because stretching metaphors allows me to listen to more of this. We're getting the bell solo again. So we're going back to LCD because I only wanted to experiment with some of the colors. So we went with, we went with kind of brown last episode. For some people, it might have been a little bit harder on the eyes. We're going back to the crisp, high contrast LCD for this one. Let's go. And here we find ourselves finally digging into Loose Cargo, Chapter 1. Extremely exciting and incredibly exciting to me that this involves a stowaway. And there's only 2 parts to it. So this next, the next one in front of us is definitely the original. It's definitely one of the Peters brothers. So this is going to answer a lot of questions for me. The stowaway Is the stowaway going to be here? I mean, the stowaway will not be present on the ship's manifest, right? This is very curious. And if they've just died in a barrel, how are we going to identify them? My mind is reeling with the possibilities here. Anyway, I'm really not sure about anything. That's going on. So what we need to do is jump into this next story. But I desperately want to go back to the other one. Wait! No! Now that's Lars. Oh, man. That's not good. That's not good right there. We know it's not, because we know he's dead. So it's like, maybe this barrel is the one that the stowaway is pretty much presently being killed in. That's the guard. Now that makes sense. They're guarding. So this is going to be fun because I think let's see what everyone is doing here and let's see how we're accounting for everyone. The thing is, what I'm thinking is, could the stowaway damn it. Could the stowaway be present in a sketch but not present in the manifest? I don't know. Is it a revised manifest? After they found out they had a stowaway, did they get counted as a passenger? You'd think they would get counted as a stowaway, not as a passenger. I don't think they're on the manifest. But could they be included in a sketch? I don't know. I sort of feel like everyone is accounted for, but maybe not. Right, here we go. This is exactly who I was expecting was the other Peter's brother. It's not a surprise to see what they look like because, we know Peter's one. And I knew there was a good chance that this is Peter's too, especially since we have pretty much, I think, not seen them anywhere else. So the fact that they passed away in Chapter 1 Makes a lot of sense. But what we're interested in is to find out their name, ideally. Which, so far... yeah, like Rajub. So there's an awful lot of barrel movement going on. That's one of the Russians. This one is Said. The one who... So Said is the first one that passes away from the illness, I think. Now that's interesting. Oh my god. Does the stowaway have the illness? Alright, hang on. We have to do something right away. I hadn't noticed this, but where are we? Where is this part? Okay, there's nothing down there. Keep expecting that maybe one of the chapters takes place down there. We're all the way here? Well, color me surprised. I always thought that the ship was coming from the other direction. Okay. But maybe that's something that might just be like a silly miss from like early on in the game, like where we because the game gives us a few things, you know, right out of the gate. It gives us a few screens about the Obra Dinn. In fact, I'm just pulling one of them up on my phone right now. Lost at sea, 1803. The good ship Obra Dinn, built 1796, London, 800 tons, 18-foot draft. Captain R. Whitterell, crew 51 men, last voyage to Orient, Cape Rendezvous unmet. I suppose I had read this, and I had, you know, like I wasn't really thinking anything way back then. It was literally seconds into the game. But I had probably since then thought they were coming back from the Orient. Cape Rendezvous unmet. Yeah, indeed. They don't make it anywhere. They don't make it anywhere. They only really make it here. So let's take a look now. Let's just take a look at what this looks like. Loose cargo all the way back here. They're loading the ship. Now this... whoops, that's not what I meant to do. This suggests to me... Where are we? This suggests to me the stowaway literally just makes it onto the boat and they are killed, I don't know, within... I don't know what time period it takes to load a boat like this, but within that time period. So they go nowhere. But they could bring the illness onto the boat. 2, are bitter cold. I guess other people by this stage are contracting the illness. 3, murder. So in this time, the plot about the shells has been manifest. The calling, obviously that happens pretty quickly. Unholy captives happens very quickly after that. They're just they're starting to turn the ship around at this stage, which is interesting. Like this is where stuff has gotten really real. And they're like, nah, okay, back we go. Soldiers of the sea, they're just trying to head back, and they're barely there, and they've been attacked by giant spiders. The Doom. So my God, like this little leg here is pretty bananas. This is pretty bananas for this ship. The escape makes sense. But here's the thing. All right, just to come back to this for a moment. If we don't get any other information about where those people on the escape on the escape boat have intended to head, which is what I was kind of thinking might happen, then where would we say they've gone? The problem for me is they're smack in the middle of several different options here. So I don't know what to say, and I don't know if they even know what they're doing. We do know, I mean, we can say, because we now know after revision that Henry Evans is on this boat, which I'm just going to say raises so many questions for me. Henry Evans is on this boat, so of course we know they're successful, which is what I was expecting anyway. I was expecting that they are alive and they've gone somewhere. I don't know how to say where they've gone, but maybe it's, maybe we just look at the options. Surely maybe for Henry at this stage, I don't know. We've been doing this investigation for a while. He was alive, presumably when we received this letter and the instructions. He could have died right after. Is Henry alive right now? Is he alive in order to give us whatever he's planning on giving us related to the bargain chapter? Or has he already passed? What if I input a guess at whether he's alive or dead in his fate, and it gets, is the game going to confirm it for me if it's in a position to do so? So that's a point of interest. The other point of interest I've mentioned before, which is if Henry left here, how does he know anything about this? And admittedly, that's what I understand. That's what we're here for. We're here to find out. However, surely, just follow my logic here. Surely, at a minimum, Henry knew enough to put this in. Now, okay, sure, you could have a guess that after your escape, there was an end. And you just call it the end. You don't know what kind of an end it is. Cool. But all right, we input this, right? It's only when we kind of complete the chapter I think we input this maybe. And I don't know how we know that information. But he knew to put part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 here. How did he know there were 4 parts? Just because, was his reasoning that there were 4 people left over? And if so, but there are chapters that have 2 people at the same time, And also, how does he know that they're parts and that they're not in the conclusion? How does he know that they're not in the conclusion disappearances, right? Maybe Henry doesn't know. Maybe somehow what is Henry's relationship with this demon watch, with this magic watch? Maybe the watch knows. How does it, why Henry have this watch? All of this. Anyway, it's very interesting with the information that we've gleaned to think about what information the captain had going into the bargain. Anyway, let's continue on with the chapter itself. But these are, at this stage in the game, revisiting these questions is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Now, that's our exit. Okay, this is our brother. That's the stowaway in one of those. I can't quite recall. Here, that guy who's to the left of the game. The people playing the game are kind of my biggest mystery at this stage. And, identity mystery, I think. That's the Russian guy. Are you... Is that anything? Is that a blood splotch? Or is that just... nothing? You're not going to let me get past. But I can go around the other way, so that's fine. Alright, now Lars... Who can we identify here? We have a very, very limited view. Aha. Brennan? Okay, Brennan's carrying the stuff there. Great, that's something. We might have to do process of elimination here. I mean, that... I don't think it's going to let me reach any of these people to zoom in. That looks like Leonard maybe up there. And that kind of, the one in the center there sort of looks like, is it one of the stewards? So let's take a look. Who's, oops, not this one. Who's present here? All right. We've just seen you. I think Leonid is right up the top. We've seen Rajub and Saeed carrying barrels and stuff. We know where you are. We know where the guard is. And we've seen you. Yep. Charles. Patrick. I think Patrick is the next one up. That's who I was thinking it looked like. This guy, Alexei, we've just seen around the corner. Brennan, we've seen, he's immediately above us, and we know where Lars is. So accounted for. I think accounted for. I think Patrick is the next one up from Brennan as we look up. Charles could be right at... No, hang on. I'm gonna hang on Charles. Charles is somewhere. This guy's guarding. This guy's right up top. These guys are carrying barrels. Peter's number one has to be somewhere. And this guy is also around the corner. So is that the Peter's brother way at the top? It's hard to see, but he does look bald. I think that's O'Hagan. Here above us is Brennan. This is Lars. Yeah. Is anyone else visible? Hang on. That's someone. That's someone. How can I... That could even be Peter's. That's another bull. So one of them is Charles and one of them is the Peter's brother. Okay. Yeah, that's the Russian guy. That's you. That's you. That's you. I know this is like the 5th time I've looked. Yep. Yep. Saeed and Rajub. Got it. Okay, so I think... Alright, I think I understand the scene. I would say there's a good chance that the stowaway has brought the illness aboard. And that's why Saeed and Rajub get... Well, Saeed at the very least. I can't remember exactly who gets infected. I think it might be those two. It would make sense why that's why they are exposed. Alright. Interesting. Make way coming through, all upstern, Neath the Tiller. Lower away, oi, wait, and I'm pretty sure this is all Lars. Okay, so now that I've seen it, I guess I can see that some of the bits of information I was hanging out for doesn't appear. We don't actually get a name for the brother. So that means I should just go ahead and have a freaking guess at it about which one is which. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a bit of information I've missed, but I'm thinking that quite potentially, we actually just have a guess at it. Now I need to go and see the first one. We've had a good look around at this one. I haven't yet had a good look around at the second one. Da, da, da. Little wee chapter, because obviously we can't have too much, we can't have too many death and dramatics at this stage in the journey. They need to continue on. They need to leave port. So it needs to just be a terrible, simple accident where, as far as they're concerned, only one person has died. They have no idea another person is actually on the ship. So we don't even name this person. What is this picture even? Yeah, it's just the barrel. I mean, I know it's just the barrel, but like... So they just remain unidentified. Okay. This is the one I need to see. Oh, hello.
Oi! You in there somewhere?
No!
Storm's coming!
No, I've got all of this stuff to put together.
Climb down here!
No! No, I've got fates to decide. I gotta go back in here. What are you talking about, man? I need to go back in the freaking barrel. Leave me. Leave me to my business. Surely I can go back in the barrel. Come on now. Now that I know what information is available to me. Good. We're not bothering with the storm. Maybe all it's saying is you have the option of going out there. You have the option of going out there when you want to progress. So that's so interesting. So we're hearing the sound of the stowaway. They're breathing and panicking. But it's interesting that the dialogue is so different, because doesn't it happen in the same moment? Doesn't it basically happen in... Like, you know, there he is. He has just been... So we've just had... Hang on. Make way coming through, all upstairs, Neath the Tiller, lower away. Oi, wait, no, down below. None of that dialogue is present. So there must be a little bit of time. Oh, hey, Pixie! My little fluffy... Hey, Papa. My little fluffykins Pixel is doing some mouse behind me. Now this guy is basically the same as he was in the last one. This music is so good. Yeah, everyone is much the same, because it really has just been a moment, right? Like, people have only had the smallest of, you know, like probably seconds. Ooh, you know, everyone's just looking. Like, Rajub has only come down like 2 stairs. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. Maybe, alright. Maybe the reason that we can't really... I was going to say, maybe the reason why we can't really hear the rest of the dialogue here is because he can't hear it inside the barrel, but he does hear hoist away, lower away. And everyone here is basically the same. It's the same. You know, they're barely in the process of reacting. Alright, so I think that's what I have. Hello, darling. Hello. Yeah. Pixels here let me know that it's very, very close to his DINNER time. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You would disagree with the close part of that sentence. You would say it is time. It's well beyond time. It's way past time from his perspective. All right. So let me just have a second here. This guy's only in this memory. And if this memory doesn't include his name, I'm going to say we got nothing. We got nowhere to go. Our other Peters here is in so many memories, but I have no recollection of anyone talking about who he is. And the only other way I'm thinking about identifying either one of them is potentially through the hammocks. However, I don't think we're going to see... Hang on, actually, look, I know I could literally just have a guess at which one he is now, but actually I've just thought of something that might be interesting. Is he in the hammock memory? Yes, he is. Okay, so if we see him in a hammock, the brother will not be in a hammock. So actually, this might be the way that you identify who's who. That's great. Hang on, where do I go? Because I am a little bit afraid, that there could be a time limit on how much time we can spend in the present. So I just want to plan my escape here. We need to go to... That's right. We need to go to the wrapped up corpse, the one who died of the illness, Saeed. Okay, go. I wonder if we'll actually be able to see like a storm coming, as the old dude said. So this should be here. Yeah? Bitter Cold Part 1. Okay. Now, Peters are... The two Peters in question are... One is the very last one. Samuel Peters is 60. I don't think we actually see a number 60. But our other Peters, Nathan Peters, is 48. I think we may see 48. They're not all in order. 48. Get out of my way! I'm looking for the Peters! That's 47. We're so close. Yeah, those are all the Russians anyway. We know that. 37. 42. I feel so silly that I didn't think about this before. This is absolutely the way to identify which one is which. Come on. 48. 38. 41, 40. 39. Come on. X. 54. We know who all of they are anyway. 58. 57. 55. 56. Then maybe it's not in this memory. Could it be... Just double checking, yeah. Could it be that it's in Edward Spratt's memory? 42. Yeah, these ones aren't visible. Okay. We've got to go to Edward Spratt's memory. If not, then I'm taking a guess at the Peters. I'm doing it, everybody. But if I can find 48 or 60 in the Edward Spratt memory, I'm going to be so delighted. I can't go through this way. It is raining. Oh, it's Pixel, it's raining. I don't know if you heard his tiny, he's the cutest little chirps. Wow. Don't make me leave the ship. Don't make me leave the ship, please. I have business I'm undertaking business. Wow. This is so cool. I didn't really expect we were going to get an environmental change out here. Look at the rain. Edward Spratt. Do you have the goods for me? I'll leave you in peace. 43, 44. Poor guy. 45. 56. 57. X. 41. 41? 41. 46, 49, 48! 48! 48! That's it, yeah? Let me double check. I'm not making a big mistake. 48, yeah? 48. Nathan Peters. So I think our Peters that we've been spending all of this time with... Wait. Where are you? Nathan Peters, 48. He's sleeping in a hammock. He's alive. He's alive, everybody. So Nathan, I feel so... I feel so satisfied to have been able to figure that out through the logic. Now that I know there was no other information forthcoming, amazing. That's very satisfying. All right, Nathan Peters. Nathan, we got ya. You are number 48, Nathan Peters. Brilliant. Instant confirmation. Yes. I'm so curious which ones we're going to see confirmed. Roderick. I was good with Roderick. Finally, eventually. John Naples. I was good with John. Yeah, killed with a sword. And Nathan. Brilliant. That was really fun. All I needed to know was that we weren't being given either of their names in the story, and it just pushed me to think, what's the next best way? Before guessing, what's the next best way I could figure this information out? I love it. So satisfying. Okay, now it is time, so I have to go and feed my darling little kitty here. He deserves it. All right, Pixel is celebrating our huge victory here, our incredibly satisfying victory, by eating lots of yummy dinner. He's very happy, and I am very happy. I am very happy that I didn't have to guess, honestly, because it's the beauty of this game and like how well it's designed that, you know, like it's so fun to find the ways that you can reason somebody's identity without needing to, like, being able to, you know, obviously being able to narrow something down to two people is in itself, you know, great, but it's so much more satisfying being able to actually reason it all the way down to one person. Like, mwah, that is a great feeling. I'm super pleased with that. So we've got the Peters down. It sounds like we've got we have some kind of illness. Oh, I've got a bit of the Peters. I've got the Peters down. So that means you're Samuel Peters. And you were, I mean, I think we say crushed by cargo, which is what I was expecting from you anyway. Really, that's been my expectation for quite a while, that you would be the victim of the falling cargo because of what we heard, you know, Lars being accused of. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm really happy with that one then. That's number one. That's number one in our book. That's our first one. That's our first fate. We can't do anything about part 2. Incredibly interesting, though. Incredibly interesting. Like, their story begins and ends here. That's it. For what we have access to. It seems like they don't make any more noise, and so therefore the barrel is just put away in storage, and it remains there unidentified until now. That's wild. Now we have, yep, and cow. So that's two full chapters right there. So you are our next mystery. And this is where I think we might be able to use similar tactics and or process of elimination to do a lot of the others. Again, knowing that I don't have any more... well, look, no, I'm not saying I don't have any more information forthcoming. I may well do. But I know what I have from these chapters without going to the bargain chapter. The bargain chapter could reveal still more. But I'm just sort of, I'm curious to take a look now at this stage and go... without expecting necessarily any more information on you, though it may still be the case, what could we say about your identity? This guy, let's consider. Like, we know this. It's just your identity. And, we took a look at this recently. You're only in 2 memories. There's not much on you. But let's consider the process of elimination method here. So, just to remind myself, the 2 memories you are in, is that, and then bitter cold. That's gonna, so interesting. Bitter cold may well help in this situation as well. If we know you are present here and we can eliminate other people, that may be enough. That may be enough in and of itself. But we're not, we need to move back to the bitter cold memory. Because you're not in this one. We might be able to identify a few people here using this method. So we need to go down. It's so cool that the rain comes through here as well. It's a really, 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 really nice touch. Really nice touch. It's a game of nice touches. Yeah. Alright. Now, the great thing is we have a lot of people already identified. So I'm just going to double check. 53, 51, 54. I think we know who all of these people are. But I just want to make sure I'm being careful. So 53 William, 54 Saeed, 51 Rajub, and X Akbar. Great. Accounted for. Present and accounted for, even though one of them is dead. Over here we have 58, 57, 55, 56. So 55, 56, 57, 58, 55 to 58. Pretty sure, like, this one is Brennan, I think. Oh, such great music. 55 to 58. So Hamadou Diom, our Sierra Leone guy. Henry Brennan, that's right, is actually one of them. Alexander Booth and Patrick O'Hagan. All right. So they're known, but I know who 56 and 58 are. 55 and 57. 55 and 57. Okay. And we move on over to 59, 38. All right. I think this is maybe this is our Chinese topman plus. I can't remember who the plus is. So 38, 39, 40, 41, and 59 as a weird little anomaly. 59 is George. George Shirley. Oh my god, I've just remembered the tattoo. I haven't figured out what the tattoo connects with yet. I've got to find... Because I think we even established who the tattoo guy was. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. Anyway. And then the numbers were, 30, 38, 39, 40, 41, yeah? Which is our 4 Chinese topmen. But how do I find out who is who? Like, are we talking about details like shoes? Is this... Can I see a difference? Or any other details on their leg? The leg is all I've got to work with here. I think... I'm going to say everyone looks like they have very similar legs and very similar shoes. That does look different. That looks a little bit more like a... Hang on. That's like a fully enclosed shoe. That is not a fully enclosed shoe. Okay, so maybe the shoes are the key. Because this is all we've really got to go on. That's an enclosed... It's an ankle length shoe, but it's fully enclosed. It's really hard to see. I think this is also a fully enclosed shoe. So someone has a non-fully enclosed shoe, and that person is... That person is Huang Li. Maybe I need to look at shoes. Maybe I'm laughing, but I think that's probably it. Maybe I need to look at shoes, and I can at least identify Huang Li. That's the start. And sorry. I'm doing so many things. 59 was George. 59 is George. So George is a person of interest. 36. Dunno. 36 is... Oh, sorry, just got to move the microphone. 36 is Omid Gul. Okay, well, we know who that is. So accounted for. This is the person that has an arm tattoo that I should be able to see somewhere. But I think we already know who they are. 37. Timothy. That's right. Timothy. Yeah. Timothy Buttermint. Well, nothing is confirmed. I think... So we got to check into Timothy. Timothy, Scotland. Okay. Hey, Pixie. Good boy. Good boy, darling. He doing post-dinner meows, which he sort of does as like a happy thank you. Timothy. Okay. Timothy is here at 37. Timothy, Tattoo Timothy. 42 This is Nicholas, who we know, so we can discount him. The problem is, are these people... All right, no, we can work this out as well. I was going to say, do these people also get included in this memory? Because if so, like, obviously we can't see... You know? Like, we can't see any details here that I can make out anyway. So let's count the ghostly people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you in here though? Maybe. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. $14, 15, 16, 17, 18. $19. So I think in terms of the people we can see here, oops. It is 19. So this is Bitter Cold Part 1. And it says 22 others were present. So there should be 23, including our death. So I think that sucks because I think that they're including the people who are just off to the side. I think they're including the people who are just whose numbers we can't see. So it makes it a little bit tougher. Makes it a little bit tougher to try and identify people. Now, here's what I'm trying to remember for myself. Who did I suspect Timothy was? Maybe you can remember who I suspected Timothy was. I cannot. I mean, there's a lot of people we can discount here now, at least. Hey, Pixie! Hey! Hello, sweetheart. Did you get yummy foods? Yeah, did you get yummy foods, Baba? Yeah, there's so many people here who are accounted for. Nicholas, Marva, Omid. So these two, obviously I'm so interested in who this guy is. Definitely a topman, right? Surely a topman. Unless you're going to tell me this is the ship steward, because he is freaking everywhere. He is freaking everywhere. But I think... this guy and this guy. This guy. My mysteries. But there's no one down here in this section that I would suspect of being Timothy. So my top picks for Timothy. It's got to be, you know, and George as well. Timothy, George. It's got to be this guy, this guy, this guy. Maybe this guy or this guy. I would suspect either this guy or this guy as being the Sierra Leone guy. I'm sure everything is guy. Everything is hat man. Man with hat, hatted, guy. But I don't know. I don't know who. You're probably all, like, it's probably largely seaman and topman. Yeah, everyone else is accounted for. Okay, now if I assume you are a topman, let's just play around with that idea. And in fact, these are all topmen, right? So let's assume this is also a topman. Let's play with the idea. Let's put a pin in this idea for now. That this is all the topmen hanging out together. Near the ropes, which they love. Then, maybe you are not a topman. So let's go back to the manifest with that thought in our minds. Now, George, I think George and Timothy, yeah, George, because they're all in the seaman section. George, Shirley, English. Where did Timothy go? Timothy's up here, topman. Timothy's topman. Scottish. The problem with my jungle gym guy is I don't think he's ever said a word. So I don't think I can hear an accent. I might be wrong. And then, but Lewis Walker is not present in this, in the bitter cold memory. This is so interesting. So as far as like a non-Chinese topman, we've got Lewis Walker, Timothy, Scottish, Lewis, English, Timothy, Scottish. It would make a lot of sense if these were the two at the back of the sketch. Timothy can be identified by his tattoo. So this is the way. And then I think we can say, if we identify who's the one with the tattoo, then Nicholas is the other one. Is it? Is it my guy? Is it my guy, my climby guy? And which of the 1,000 memories that he is in do I go and look at? I do think he wears, like, he's sleeveless. That's the important thing. Oh my god. So there's so many memories that he could be in. God, it could even be the end. It could even freaking be the end. Where can I see his arm? It's been so long since I've done this. I don't even think I really looked around this side of him before. Well, I'm going to say it. I don't see... You know, surely this would be where you would see a tattoo. And I do not see a tattoo. Maybe he had a temporary tattoo on for a little while. Surely that's that. He doesn't have a tattoo. I've seen this guy so many times. If he had a tattoo, I feel like I would have seen it already. I don't think he's got a tattoo. Hi everyone, it's been a while. Cool. So I'm thinking that guy, no tattoo, probably Lewis. Was it Lewis? But let me just take a look at the other one in question. I think you're Lewis, but give me one sec. To look back at this sketch. To look at this guy. Now he's only in 2 memories, and maybe... Is that the weird thing he's doing? With his arm? Is he showing off his freaking tattoo? He's like, look at my... Hang on. It's the wrong arm, though. It's the wrong arm. It should be this arm that has the tattoo. And here he's wearing a freaking long sleeve shirt. It's enough to say the other guy, if we've narrowed it to 2 people, it's enough to say the other guy doesn't have a tattoo, so that would work. But it's the wrong arm, right? Like, it should be his right arm that is hanging out of the hammock, I think. Anyway, he's in 2 memories. One of them, obviously, is the bitter cold hammock memory. The other one is... Does he have a freaking tattoo right there? Is that just a big tattoo even there that I can see? Oh my god. Okay. So we gotta go and pay a visit to the leg. Oops, I accidentally clicked on. Whoops. Oh, we're all the way back here.
Captain, open the door!
I was like, what is happening? Oh, we're back at the beginning of the game. It's appropriately nostalgic, but it's not what I'm after right now. What I'm after right now is to go in here, look at this leg, and go and see if this guy has a very obvious tattoo. Ah, it is. Look at it. Look at it. I never looked at his arm. I was busy looking at all of the other things happening here. We got it. We got Timothy. We got Timothy. We got Timothy and Edward got Timothy. Timothy. Done. Done, done, done. This is great. This is great. Like, now that I know where not to look, it gives me big clues about where to look, basically. Timothy. Timothy shot with a gun by Edward Nichols. Done. Now, I reckon my reasoning is that makes... I think that makes our friend here, Lewis. Bam. Bam. Crazy. We finally have a name for one of our first people. He's been one of my most enduring mysteries. Lewis. Lewis. He loves to climb. That silly guy. And Samuel Peters. Brilliant. Ah, so much fun. So much fun. It's so much fun. You know, like, even if you miss details here and there, like, it's coming to work out the logic of how to identify people. That is just mwah, chef kiss. Absolute chef kiss. Ah, I love that. I love that. I don't mind that I didn't miss the tattoo. I was just, honestly, look at this. It's look at how much information there is on the screen. I was never looking at this guy. It now makes so much sense why his arm is held out in this weird way, you know, because the game is going, look at the back of his arm. It's a strange pose. But then again, who could really be accused of being in a strange pose when you've just been shot in the chest with a gun like this, and you're about to slip down and, I don't know, get caught on the side of the ship for God knows how long, years and years and years, while you turn into a skeleton and most of your bones fall off into the ocean. So, you know, it wasn't a point of focus for me. Now that I'm looking at his arm, I see. Extremely satisfying. Extremely satisfying. Touché game. I was always so much looking forward to seeing that tattoo. Incredibly satisfying. Incredibly satisfying. Okay. There are some more mysteries. That I think we can still solve in very satisfying ways before we head to the boat. I don't know but I'm kind of believing it. But I think we're going to have to leave this one here and consider that in the next episode. I hope this has been satisfying for you. Look at this. Look how cool the rain looks. Just like these, these quick flashes, these quick frames of raindrops. It looks marvelous. It looks so good. God, the visuals in this game. I hope that was satisfying for you. It was very satisfying for me. I feel triumphant. Not because of, obviously, some of these things have taken me a long time. I'm not worried about time. I'm so triumphant in being able to eventually figure out the pathways to identifying people through logic. I'm really happy about it. I am so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. I can't even tell you. Very satisfying. Very satisfying. Okay, I'm so keen to do more, but we're going to be doing that in the next episode. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you're having a great time with this series. I am. If you can't tell. I'm having so much fun. I'm going to go and attend to Pixie now. We're going to go and have some plays. And maybe if you've got a kitty, go and give them some cuddles or go and do some plays with them. If the kitty's interested, obviously. If not, then respect their boundaries. Otherwise... Oh, and by the way, I'm always interested to know if you guys have like cats or dogs or pets. Yeah, let me know. I love hearing about people's pets. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Do something very lovely for yourself. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.